And
Welcome
greetings.
to episode
Did he just start?
70.
Yeah.
Hey guys!
Oh,
Welcome to episode 70 of the
We
Roll Slayers
going?
podcast. I just thought I'd come in on a chill note.
Because
today.
don't you know, like, you gotta do the 5.
Oh, I gotta like do a
Four.
That we
marker.
do every single time.
Yeah, we definitely do
We
that.
have literally never done that.
No, not once.
But he got a production job. Now we gotta do it.
Yeah, I worked in video production.
Hey, we have a special guest.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Hello.
Cool. That is our friend Chase.
Hi.
He is going to be guest starring in this game.
Woo!
I don't know why I'm looking at that camera.
And definitely
Yeah.
not gonna try to kill us.
Definitely not at all.
I would never do such a
That-
thing.
You look
think
at that
that he
camera and
is.
he's over there.
Yeah, I'm just
It's very
looking off.
confusing. You're really
Yeah.
gonna disorient the whole.
I'm just gonna
like-
pretend like I'm talking to our PA this entire time. I'll be like,
I'm gonna throw up.
before we get into tonight's episode, as always, we have announcements. Jeremy, take it away.
Oh no.
Immediately.
Last. Was it 2 episodes ago?
Yep.
That was really weird.
Yeah.
I went back and listened to it. If you listen to it with headphones, you can hear a lot of like mouth, like
Oh,
that, ugh.
mouth
I
falling.
could hear them because I
You were
Was
very
that
close.
close
enough?
You were very close.
was like a lot of
And
weird
It was
tongue things.
that
Is
was
that what that
weird.
was? Elmo
It's like
Joker?
NPR.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I did an impression of Elmo doing an impression of Joker. Heath Ledger Joker. It was weird.
Specifically.
Okay.
Anyways,
That is a choice.
So there's that to look back to, and to look forward to a little bit of audio enhancements, such as music and sound effects and ambiance, such as provided by.
Mouthfoley.com.
Oh well, no. The Mouth Foley is the leech on this podcast. It is a leech. It siphons everything good from this podcast and then just recapitulates it into its own poignant, boiled down nucleus. So. Anyway, there's been 0 announcements so far, so let me just go ahead and get to it. Try the Slider Kings over at Sirenscape.com. Massage their supple sliders.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's super cool because you can do a lot with that. You can kind of create a. If you close your eyes, you would see things, and BeyondSkyrim.com also provides a lot of wonderful enveloping type music. What other music do we use, Tyler?
Celestial Aeon Project.
We've been using that a lot more. Or?
Yeah, yeah, they're like our number 2 in terms of music provider. They're dope as heck and a friend. So not in person, but internet friend. So that's cool. And then a little bit of Scanlan Shorthalt, Critical Roles, soundtracks, Welcome to Wildmount, and Tal'Dorei. So
And if you are on our Discord, which you should be, and if you want to be, you should go to the Discord by going to rollslayers.com and finding the Discord link and going there that way. If you're on your Discord, you'll notice in our TTRPG crafting room that we do a lot of painting and minis, and we really love toys here. So scooch on over to eldritchfoundry.com and get 15% at checkout when you use our code ROLLSLAYERS.
Hey,
thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was great. Follow us on all the socials.
Sounds surprised.
Well, you know, you really wrapped it up in a way that I didn't expect from the beginning of your pitch, you know?
Yeah.
I just figured it would just continue on into oblivion. But it was wrapped up, you know? It was nice.
Oh yeah, and
Success.
that's beyond Skyrim.
Oblivion.
Oblivion.
There we go.
That's related.
That's the connection there.
There we go.
Follow us on Instagram. We're very active there. We have a Twitter. We've never tweeted once. Follow us there. We don't even have the password, I don't think.
nobody does.
We got a YouTube where you can see our beautiful faces, as well as if you are listening on Spotify, we offer video there as well. As mentioned, we have a Discord. It is very active, mostly us. We do not shut up. At least one of us is babbling at some point.
That's true.
I'm really selling it, I'm sure. And we got a Patreon, which is really neat. We're developing really cool content. I think we've already announced it on Instagram, but in case you're listening here, we are doing a mini-series with our friend of the show, Jedediah Beck, as DM, called Fell and Foul, Secrets of the Brotherhood. It is set in Ayudosos, about 400 years prior to the main campaign.
And the best part is, the DM is a PC.
I am playing in it as a hobgoblin wizard fighter. It's pretty
that's an
fun.
interesting one.
It is. It's a very interesting little combo. Did I miss anything, you guys, or can we just do the fun thing, play the game?
I think that covers
Cool.
it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, last we left off. Why are you headbanging?
Because Liz was clapping, so I was
The delay.
on the beat.
Last we
But,
left off, the party made their way from the kind of Blackthorn Circle ruling district of Urungal to the grounds of the Quintessence Pursuant, the magical organization and school that's predominant within the continent of Kazun. Specifically to the Tower of Divination, home to Brockner Puler, Archmage of Divination. Returning a spear, an artifact of great power called Midnight's Triumph to him from the hands of Vilrum the Searing Sword, deep below in the Underdark. He sought to destroy it and indeed started to set up a ritual offering the party several different types of reward. However, they decided to...
I don't want to talk about it.
Not to get all the cool magical items.
Wait, and let Cyrus help weigh in on the decision of what reward they might acquire from the generous Brockner Puler.
You should commend us for our RP on that.
I will neither commend nor penalize you for anything in this
You
game.
penalized us, that's for sure.
No, in general, I'm not going to talk bad about you guys or, make pat you on the back. Lost my train of thought. Bells and Remy went in search of Cyrus at the college's library, or at least an annex of the main. While Vinny stayed behind and learned a bit on how to prepare such a complicated ritual to destroy such an artifact. Investigating, they found no trace of Cyrus except for a book with some torn pages, a book specifically on the planes of existence, a small speck of blood, and some black ooze on the ground of unknown origin. Concerned, they returned to Brockner Puler, who looked for Cyrus, both in the locate creature spell and within a special, unique scrying pool, finding no trace of him whatsoever, and seeming concerned, yet also puzzled. He decided that he would address it and promised to help find Cyrus as soon as the ritual was done. The party decided to wait and see the ritual through, and about 24 hours in, you neared completion of the ritual before the city of Urungal was attacked, arcane cannons and defenses activating, a large shield over the city being penetrated by a shadow dragon, and upon it, a elven death knight who burst into the chamber after a brief conflict with a phoenix being rid by the archmage of the Quintessence. Seeing a close call, seconds from defeat, the Guild of Goodwill succeeded in protecting Brockner Puler long enough for him to indeed destroy the artifact. And in the process, a shockwave of energy burst out and then returned to the place where the spear lay. As it shattered, it pulled everyone in the room into a portal, hurtling them across time and space and into Acheron. more specifically the first layer of Acheron, Avalos. Iron cubes floating in a gray, formless mist. The party was split, but eventually found their way to one another, as well as a new friend, Ruby Jane Swamphopper of Stowheller, who was also sucked into Avalos at the anecdotal annex in Chaldean at her bard school. Teaming up, they deduced that the best way home would be through the Astral Sea, and that a river, the Fell River, runs through all the lower planes of existence as well as touches this Astral Sea. Delving once again into the caves of one of the cubes, they found a river flowing, still and black. Testing the waters, it was icy and the consistency not quite that of water, something more akin to quicksand. And as they followed it, they found it flowing out one side of the cube into the ether, deciding to take a rest. We pick up with the party taking a long rest. What would you like to do? Is there anything you'd like to do before taking a rest?
Will you allow me to make a potion in this time?
Make a what?
A potion.
With downtime?
Yes.
Do you have your materials?
Gosh. Oh, I don't think I do actually.
Okay.
Where would,
I'm out.
where would they be?
Well, every time that we do a shopping episode, I just
think you
deduct
used up
it
all your
because-
materials.
Yeah, I just deduct the cost of materials because no one wants to listen to that part of the shopping episode.
You don't want to go hang out with the weird herbalist for like 30 seconds?
Usually we're like trying to get on to the next beat in the story, so I just kind of like...
I'm just messing with you. Because you
Yeah,
know I
I-
have a weird herbalist in every city, you know.
I mean, if you want me to meet the weird herbalist, that's fine.
It's completely fine. I'm just messing with you. But no, you can't make a potion. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm out. Shoot.
What are things that one would do?
I mean, there are a fair amount of different downtime activities. You could, if you had a book with language learning properties, you could start learning a language. There's all sorts of stuff you can do.
Maybe I make a map with my map making.
Yeah. Would you like to
Materials.
start mapping out your travels throughout Avalos?
Yes.
Okay. You spend an hour of time. Make a dexterity check with proficiency. And while you're doing that, Jeremy, it seems like you have something you want to do.
Yeah, Vinny's just going to walk around and investigate, see if there's anything he can find, or and I suppose also be keeping an eye out for anything
Oh,
that
just kidding.
could be dangerous.
Okay.
do you say?
Make an
Dexterity
investigation
check.
check.
I can do it.
What does that mean?
I can do it.
+3, I think, at this level.
So add another
20 something.
20 what?
3?
23. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You sit down on your cartographer tools and you're like, okay, this poses a problem. It is a 3D cube floating in space with other 3D cubes. How can I do this? And you come to the realization that you could do it kind of like where you draw one cube and then off to the side you'll draw 4 other cubes. That gives you almost every side of one cube, and then you just have your back over there. And so that's what you do for the cube you were on, except you cut off a corner of one of the pieces. And then you start to map out this one too, and you're like, oh, I need another sheet of paper. And you start to draw out the caverns that you explored below both that cube and this, and make a fairly comprehensive map. You're unsure how you would be able to map out how to get to them within Avalos as they float around.
Right, but each
But you make
cube
it- you
itself
make
is
a
like
fairly
more or less.
comprehensive
Here's
map.
the cave that we
And
went
if
down.
anything, it will serve as something perhaps interesting to some of your compatriots when you return. Investigation.
17.
I'd say that you do get a kind of a feel for these caves. They are solid iron. not diluted by any other sort of metal. It seems to be, like I said before, it's this kind of worm-eaten sort of rusty feel, but it's curious. It's kind of dark blue-black, even though it feels like it's rusted in terms of the kind of degradation of the walls and floors. You look real hard at this river. It is completely still, even to the point where it gets to the edge and flows off, and then it starts to kind of spread out as it loses a bit of gravity. That's what you get.
Gonna find anything cool?
You found a river.
Got it.
And some rocks.
And some iron.
Some people that you know.
I was looking for those.
And new friends.
That's what he wanted.
Oh, hi.
So, if we're taking the full long rest, I think that Remy's going to kind of sit there rocking back and forth for about 2 of those hours.
All right.
And then after that time passes, he's going to stand up and say, all right, everyone, excuse me, I have an announcement.
Is this like as we're having dinner or like after we've been asleep?
Well, I don't know. I assumed we weren't going right to bed because
Yeah,
I don't know
it's-
what time
Okay,
it
so
is.
this is during our chill time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think. I think we need to move on and not worry about trying to find Cyrus here.
But did you
We said
think...
that last time.
Oh, did we?
did, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he wasn't in the room with us when that... I mean, neither was Ruby, but it seems as if she had some other magical means of transportation.
I surely did.
And we told you what we found when we were looking for him. I mean, it's an indicator that he could be around here, but I don't think that any of us are going to be served trying to find him here. It's like, when you're in the market and you lose your friends, and then you just kind of go and you meet at the front. Maybe that's sort of the best path forward here.
It sounds like this may have happened to you in the past.
Yeah,
holding some childhood market loss trauma.
Well, not necessarily trauma as much as, like you go in with all your friends and they all disappear and then you go home.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
No, it's more like it was a learning experience that I get to apply now, which is to say, I don't think we're going to find... If we stay here and look, I don't think we'll find Professor Puler or Cyrus. I think that we have a better chance of finding them if... they were both smart. They probably found their way down here already.
Well, they would know what to do. I'm surprised that Puler's not down here. He was... Oh, in that...
Did he not get sucked in with us?
In the night...
He did get sucked in.
Oh.
The knight got sucked in as well, I would assume. But I don't know.
We've all been damned.
You would have seen him
Apparently.
get sucked in, yeah.
Well, it stands to reason they'd probably be a couple steps ahead of us. Certainly a couple steps ahead of me. I had no idea what was going on.
You don't think Pula would be looking for us?
Are you convinced that
No.
you are not dead? Did we at least
No,
make it that
They-
far?
they might think that. I was just thinking, like, we shouldn't spend more time here than we have to. And I know that we were thinking about staying or looking around, but I don't think that's the best idea.
I don't disagree, but if Pula's down here, he could surely help us. Don't you think?
He could, but we could... I mean, we stay around here waiting for him or looking for him. He could be anywhere.
Y'all sure he didn't send y'all down here? Maybe you don't want to find him. Just asking. I don't know anybody. I don't know nothing. Just
No,
just-
good instinct, really.
just putting it out there.
Well,
From what y'all have said, I'm not certain that he is a trustworthy fella.
well, so what about this this pan flute piping fella that you run with?
Well, Stephanos, this fella,
Wait,
So
who?
handsome.
Wait. Who?
this...
Stephanos or Stephanos?
Oh, I don't know. Stephanos.
I didn't write a name, did I?
Nope, I just made it up.
Yeah. That's fine.
We've had a run in
I see.
with a guy.
Was he a half elf? And so handsome you wanted to die inside?
That he was not.
Well, different Stephanos.
All right then.
It's a common name, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it stands to reason. The Stephanos that we know is also from the Black Phone Ascendancy. So, I mean, I'm sorry, the apostasy Quinumvirate.
Yep.
It's been
We're
a
never
while.
gonna get
It's
it.
been a
From
while.
another place in this world.
I literally don't know.
No,
So.
okay, listen. It's the
Quintessence Pursuant?
Apostasy Quinumvirate was right.
was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I'm so mixed up. All right, apostasy.
Play this game,
Quinumvirate.
come on.
Anyways,
Well, I don't think that he rightly knew what he was doing. We was, having a little flirtation, and I think he just
mean? Having a flirtation.
that we was just, just spend a little time, just a little, pinch and giggle, whatever. Nothing too, real casual, just fun. But he was
Sounds
so
like my kind of deal.
he was just so handsome, and he wanted to show off this cool thing he found. And then when he started blowing on it,
So wait, he played it and it sucked you in.
yep. You guys, stop!
Well, there's obviously something probably more with more discernment that is deciding who gets in and who gets out. I believe that's how these sort of afterlife astral planes work. You have someone who stands at the door and says who's in and who's out, and it's very frustrating, and you never know if you're going to get in or you're going to get out.
Oh,
And
so now it's
that's why we
afterlife.
just have a good time.
I thought we decided this wasn't anything to do with an afterlife.
It's not an afterlife, but it is one of those sort of what you said, one of the hells.
What did I say it was?
It is a lower plane of existence. It is a afterlife for many.
Ew.
And it is
It is full of
a
dead people.
hellish dimension, though it is not one of the hells.
Oh.
There are 9 hells, and they are called the 9 hells.
So we're in one of
This is
those,
not one of those.
hell light.
Is it really possible to get out of here?
Well, there's a river right there.
I haven't lost my senses like all of those armies have, of those soldiers. There's something very different about us and them, so I'm going to say yes, we can get out of here. And we should try.
Perhaps after some rest.
Rest or no rest, Remy?
Oh, definitely a rest. And can I just say, I really like your attitude with this, Venuthra. I like the gumption. It was inspiring.
Well, that's all I have left at the moment, and I don't want to get into that either.
So, you guys take a long rest? Are you taking watches or just sleeping?
I would take a watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
How do we do that?
So, whoever would like to take first watch can take first watch. Do we have any volunteers? Remy?
I'm raise hand.
Okay. Second watch?
I'll take second watch.
Okay. Would you like to be on third?
Sure.
Okay.
And I will...
Weren't you almost dead?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll take the first sleep, but I'll wake up with old Swamp Hop.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Remy, you can have a perception check for me, please.
All right, this dice gonna roll good this week. I can feel it.
Come
You
on.
have dark vision.
Come on.
I do.
Okay. Oh, Belt of Dwarven Kind.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna
Keep forgetting about that.
rolling that one right in. I rolled a 17.
Okay, you see everything and nothing moves. Not
What
even
does it
the
sound
river.
like?
It sounds like nothing. It's like not even. It's think kind of like have you heard of like brown noise?
Yeah, that's what I used to sleep. So
yeah, it's
I'm
a little
good.
bit like brown, like a very soft brown noise where it's kind of like this absence of sound, but
Look, there you are.
also like the absence of sound has a little bit of sound.
It's like being in an airplane for a really long time.
Yeah.
But you're easily enough able to wake up Bells for her watch.
14.
14, nothing moves, no sound.
Great.
You're able to wake up Ruby Jane and Vinny.
Yep.
Can I have perception checks from you guys as you start to watch?
20.
20.
8.
You pay very close attention to everything around you. Oh, actually, can you roll a disadvantage? You don't have dark vision.
17.
Okay. You see less, but you still see a lot. But yeah, as you guys sit and watch, again, you know, no change in light. Really, the only light is just this dim light filtering in through that hole behind you guys in the cube. But nothing moves. There's not a sound to be made, and it's eerie. It's odd. But your watch comes and goes unless you have anything you want to do.
Yeah. So, Ruby, welcome to my late night talk show.
What's a talk show?
It's with.
Sorry.
It's a play at 5 a.m. And
Sounds horrible.
you go and you watch it, and it's people in very low voices or very characterized voices that help you feel better about yourself.
Oh, well, that I could get into.
Yeah.
I love stories.
Well, we're out here watching. There's not a lot going on. I'm not really watching too heavily, to be quite honest. I don't really expect much to happen. But we didn't get a chance to be acquainted earlier, so I'm just curious about, where you said you came from, Chaldean.
Yep.
But previously, sorry, I'm eating some nuts.
Oh,
it's-
can I have one?
Yes,
Oh,
they're chocolate nuts.
mighty kind, thank you.
They're not well. Anyway, so do they have?
Y'all keep good rations.
So, what can you do? I suppose we'll be in this plane of existence for some time together. What are you capable of? In case things get a little bit hairy.
That is a mighty fine question. I don't know. How do people talk about their spells?
I mean, that's the thing.
Like, what is it,
you
like-
can cast spells. You know, you can do things to control enemies. Or
Here's a
you
question.
know.
So I'm in level 8.
Mhm.
How long have I been at the Bard College? Like, how long have I been in College of Lore? Am I like a
Sure.
pretty good bard, or am I like a baby bard?
I
Like,
mean, you're competent in your spellcasting ability.
All right.
You probably didn't start spellcasting at the Anecdotal Annex. You kind of had your adventures going around the world, and probably started there and with some natural talent, and then kind of honed your craft at the Bard's College.
okay,
At level 8, you're pretty bad. I
okay.
mean, you're not like superhuman, but like you're pretty bad.
Like I
at
can like do stuff.
Yeah.
I can heat metal and shatter things and offer dissonant whispers.
And what do these whispers accomplish?
Oh, I don't really know. They can hurt people. Bad things.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
If I try real hard, I can sometimes make some, more fleshier things.
Fleshier.
No,
things?
flashy.
Oh.
Flashy. Like,
Oh, right.
you know.
Sorry, I'm from Alanaw, and I sometimes hear things poorly. So, excellent. So you make
sounds
flashy
like maybe
things.
sometimes you hear what you want to hear, sir. No, I'm saying I can shoot a fireball if I want. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. That's fair. And so we got a fireball. So our previous companion, we don't know where he is. His name is Cyrus. He was
Yes,
also
I've heard y'all
he was
talking
also
about him.
a caster.
Mm-hmm.
He would cast spells and was very good. A little weird sometimes.
Well,
always-
aren't we all a little weird?
No judgment. That's no judgment. But yeah, he was a little weird, and but I really liked it. He actually was showing me some things about spellcasting, and so a little bit about what I do. But anyway, just curious where you're from, what you're going back to, what you were doing.
I mean, I would love to make it back to Bard College. You know, I was having a nice.
They have a college for that sort of thing.
Oh, there are several, many, very prestigious.
Bard College. I think I may have heard of something like that.
There's the
Ormond.
College of Lore. There's the other ones.
Valor,
Where's
sword.
There we go.
So
Valor
what do
swords.
you a bard is someone who tells stories, sings, right?
Any combination therein.
And
We-
your specialty?
More storytelling. I love to I sort of collect people by their stories.
Oh, okay.
Not like, holding on to people. I just mean I love to always connect.
more of those fleshy things. It sounds very
No.
creepy. I don't know.
Lords. I mean, I love to just meet new people and I just love to understand them and just hear about their life and their experiences. And then I add all of that and they all just marinate. And I am able to produce stories from all the things that I've heard. And, I grew up in Stoheller on the docks and was just always talking to the merchants and the sailors and, much to the shame of my parents. They got over it, but I have always loved that connection to people and just trying to understand. And
Well, after we get out of whatever this is, and after, of course, that we find Cyrus, and my intention is to go to Stoheller. Actually, yes.
why?
A favor for a friend.
Oh, well, that's mighty noble of you, because don't nobody want to go there on purpose.
Stoheller's pretty far south of where if you're talking about Titania.
Yeah, she said we're going to Stoheller. So.
Okay.
She said that we're going to
Zagasnik.
Zagsnik.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm sorry, that's where he's from. He's
No.
in that.
Uh-uh.
Remy's from Zag. He came from Zag.
Remy's from
He-
Uldar.
Well, that's fine. You don't want to go there anyway.
I had a brain
It's just like a
fuzz.
cold fart. The whole town.
Somebody was from Zagsnik. Who was from Zag?
Kaya.
I knew. Oh, she was just this little girl that kept following us. Anyways,
Sounds interesting.
No. A previous friend. I do her a disservice. A previous friend was a knight of the Ruby Throne from Urungal, and she was knighted, and she had a squire, and her squire was Kaya. And those knight type are very loyal to their work. Not much else. So, anyways, that didn't go anywhere. And yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to Stoheller anymore, so there's that. Only go to Zagsnik. So there. Anyways, it's good to see another face. It is bringing us, I can tell, even though Bells is extremely skeptical and will not trust even herself, I do believe that you are bringing her a great deal of comfort, and Remy and myself as well. So it's good to know that we're not the only ones.
Well, I'm just glad I'm not by myself down here no more. That was a real sad.
How long were you down here?
I think, what did we say?
Couple days.
Couple
Yeah.
days, 2 days.
What do you eat? Did you bring anything?
I
food
hadn't. Oh, I didn't bring anything.
I mean, you had what you had on you,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
probably pretty
I
hungry.
had a few things, but not much.
Well, Remy is a phenomenal cook. Well, he did make mushroom biscuits once, and that was not very good. But it was dire circumstances, and he's actually quite good.
Oh,
He'll make us some breakfast.
that sounds mighty fine.
Speaking of breakfast, Remy, Bells, you start to kind of awake from your slumber, and your long rest is completed.
I would before
nice.
I was like up and awake, I would take out my like little wreath and staff.
Mm-hmm.
Has it changed at all?
You're talking about the wreath and staff you got from your friend,
Yes.
and Ormond?
Mm-hmm.
The wreath almost looks kind of like the leaves are kind of like this bluish, kind of crackly dead.
Okay. Okay. I would still pray like I do every morning. Was there
Sure.
any difference that happened when I prayed?
You usually feel a bit of warmth, or perhaps sometimes, you know, when you're feeling a specific closeness with Melora, you know, nature around you starts to kind of swell and you feel warm inside, but you feel abject nothingness. Not coldness necessarily, but nothing.
Okay.
Remy's gonna. I imagine at this point we didn't really replenish on provisions, so we just got the old junk, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You're running low.
All right, everybody. I'm doing the best with what I got, but let's see. We've got some crackers. Got some gristly meat.
Oh, I've got some pretty good meat. Would you like some?
You know, it's not my first choice, but you know, in a pinch, gotta eat something.
Of course.
Just if I need a bathroom break later, that's probably why.
Oh, can you not eat meat?
That's why
Why
he
just
ate those
eat- you
mushrooms,
know, I-
remember?
But it
I
hurts
usually don't,
you.
so you know, if you just reintroduce it, it causes some
That's
gastrointestinal.
fine. Of course.
No,
yes.
look, I still need to eat it, okay? Like, we don't have
Okay.
anything else.
Do we not have any beans left? Are they?
You have so many
finished?
beans.
What do you mean
We
beans?
have plenty of beans. If you want just beans,
We do have quite a few beans.
Well, they are a nutritious source of protein, lots of vitamins.
it's actually
Weird start to the day.
it's a part of our daily routine to soak. You know, whenever we stop the bean, we eat the beans. We also replace them with more beans to be soaked, and then as those beans are soaking in the bag of holding, they're ready for the next time that we eat them. So
It's a good process you've been doing this whole time.
yes,
Good process.
Right. The fine Cloverton beans, of course.
On a meager breakfast of scraps, Cloverton beans, and more scraps, you finish getting ready for the day and are able to do whatever you would like to do.
so
Follow the river, right?
we were gonna try jumping out into it. Anybody want to volunteer?
To jump into the river.
I was gonna say the lightest person should jump, not into the river, but out into this openness.
Perhaps we
The river seems to float, so maybe
tether
we will
them
too.
in some way.
Yes.
Well, yes, of course, yeah. That was the plan. Tie them to a rope, fly them like a balloon, if you will.
Well, if what happened to us to get here happens again, then we could all be separated.
Well, if that happens, maybe we all jump in after.
Should we
Yes.
not tether each other?
Maybe not all
That sounds
together.
like a
That
good
way,
idea.
Tie us all together.
Yeah, why
well,
not? Remy, go
we
ahead.
if we tie ourselves all together, then if something goes horribly wrong, then it goes horribly wrong across the board.
Yeah, to all
Okay,
of us.
Remy, you'll go first. You can tie yourself to me, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay, just hold on tight.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump in.
Tie yourself to Bells with one end and tie the rope around your waist on the other end, and you back up 3, 4, 5 steps, kind of psych yourself up, and then jump off into oblivion where the water flows out and spreads. And as you jump, your body seems to start to float and tilt as gravity is lessened, and you're starting to spin. And touching the water, going through some of it, you kind of see droplets separate around Remy as it's icy, it's freezing. Not enough to take damage, but it's very, very cold, and you drift out into this gray void, and the rope goes taut. And now you are kind of floating slowly back as gravity, as you are yanked back by the rope a bit, you start to float back.
See, I knew this would happen, and I throw the rope back to Ruby. Here, catch, and then I jump out as well.
What rope?
My rope.
Oh, okay. You tie yourself
So I'm
off.
holding on to you?
Yeah. Toss the rope and you jump, and same thing happens. You float out, and
Are you like 6 feet taller than
and
me
now
or
you guys are
something?
kind of
No, I'm only 5. Okay.
floating.
Why did you
parallel
do
to one
that?
another.
You made it look fun. I thought I'd.
I mean, it was kind of fun, but I don't know. I mean,
chilly
I
out
was
here.
just. All right, let's.
Well, okay, maybe I should have thought this through. Pull us back. Let's
Can we hear them?
Yeah, you can hear him.
These
Like 30
idiots.
feet over.
pull us back,
Shouldn't
please.
we, perhaps tether ourselves and jump up after them?
No, wait.
No, don't do
Everyone,
that. Not yet.
everyone, calm
We need a
down.
trajectory.
You want to just jump off of here together?
If they started yelling at me,
No,
then
please.
I would stop and I would pull the rope back in.
I didn't think it through, but it was fun.
Hand over hand, you reel back in Remy and Vinny,
All right,
and
everyone.
This
Find solid
half
ground.
elf is good.
So this time,
Heavy.
I'm just gonna go out and jump, okay? Because I think this is our only path forward.
Well,
How about we just make the rope longer? We just tie these 2 ropes together.
what if
All
we
right,
just all...
tie all the ropes we have together. But if I get to the other end, and I'm gonna untie
What's
myself.
the point of you going by yourself? Why don't we all go together?
Yes,
Because if I die horribly out there, at least someone will know, and then you won't do the same thing.
no, we
And
don't
then what
split.
exactly are we going to do?
We do not
Just
split
jump
the
out
party.
after-
We do not do this. It is a guild of
Yes.
goodwill. Rule number 1:
All or nothing.
all
All
or
right.
nothing.
So we all hold hands and jump together.
I
That's
love
what I'm
it.
proposing.
That is a mighty fine little tagline y'all got. I like that.
What do you?
All, wouldn't you say all for one and one for all or something?
Did I say that?
I don't
think
think
so.
so.
Split the party.
We don't split the
All
party.
or nothing.
All or
All or
nothing.
nothing and never split up.
Never split up, never surrender.
Galaxy Quest.
All right.
Okay, now Alan's gonna
so
sue
we're gonna
us.
hold hands and jump.
Here, you can.
Okay, so you're all
Are we
holding
not
hands
tying
and
ourselves with rope?
jumping?
Yeah, no, that's a really good idea. We're gonna tie ourselves together and jump.
I would insist upon it. And if you
Okay,
guys really
so-
don't want to, then fine.
You all tie yourselves together.
And hold hands.
and hold hands.
You're not
yes.
anchoring this. You're just tying yourselves together.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And Vinny takes Ruby's hands and he puts her hands on his hips. And he says, "You can just hold on right there."
And she says, no, sir, thank you.
So are you guys tied side to side, or are you tied in kind of like a 2 here and 2 here in a little square?
Side to side. How are we gonna hold hands otherwise?
Exactly.
Okay, so in a kind of weird, 3-legged race situation, you guys all coordinatedly try and run off the side. Can I have everyone make dex checks for this? Acrobatics checks?
We also need to know who's holding hands with who. What's the order left to right? please?
Maybe just 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's what I was picturing in my
There we
head.
go. We got it.
So I'm right.
Yep.
Yes.
Acrobatics.
26.
Okay.
Nat 20.
At 20.
26.
26.
16.
16.
We're all like,
Very good.
We look so cool.
Act out here. In
You
the
thought it would be
Yeah.
awkward and strange, you know, kind of just moving in step, but almost like a unit. Almost like you kind of work together on, you know, some of these jobs. In lockstep, you all sprint off the side and
Right, left,
launch
right,
yourselves into this void and start to soar.
Oh, Vinny, you're throwing off
Start
my
to
groove.
float and turn. No control over your trajectory or your orientation. And the water disperses,
But maybe we try and
and you continue floating.
maybe we try and maybe I can wave.
And
Now,
you
can we
continue floating.
swim?
Can we swim
You
or can
try and
Forever.
swim
Until you die.
and try and balance, and you are now floating in a gray formless void, all tied together.
Well, at least we are together.
What?
Is what I say.
Okay. Given that. Whatever. Never mind.
Is there anything you guys would like to do now?
Is
How
there a
long do we
cube
float
we can
before
land
we-
on? Do we
there-
see any
So,
cubes?
have we like emerged from cube world into gray void?
There's a gray void in between all the cubes.
Okay.
So there are still cubes around you guys.
Okay.
Make a perception check, Ruby, as you guys are hurtling through space at high speed.
Wait, so the river just kind of
See,
dispersed?
that's
Yep. The water
Oh.
just spread out and dispersed. Doesn't look like there's a portal
This
there.
seems like this was not the river we was looking for.
What was the perception check yet?
4.
4.
So I now know nothing.
Okay. You do not see any cubes. But for the record, you are spinning quite a bit.
Okay.
I will allow another perception check if anyone else wants to make one, though.
I will.
I always
I
allow
will
for
make
2.
one. No,
Oh,
Go fight.
Liz?
Go. No.
Hayden, you got it?
I do. This is the one. It's a 10.
10. You see a couple of rocks perhaps you guys could maybe push off of,
Huh.
but you are spinning quite fast and it's very hard for you to see what trajectory you might be landing on.
So are we
We
getting
leaped
like
off like this.
disoriented?
Yeah, you're getting kind of, you know.
Yeah, why are we spinning? We jumped
Well,
off.
I mean, when you jump off of something with some gusto, you have no control over your momentum.
Eventually,
and
we'd
stuff
start
like that.
spinning.
I mean, we did
You
roll
have no
26s.
control over.
You
But-
jumped off with some gusto. 26, 26, 20, and 16. Yeah.
I thought that a high dex check would mean we jumped perfectly.
No, it meant you didn't trip.
Into the next realm.
Because the failure would have been you guys tripping and then kind of just drifting off the side
Okay,
of the
so
cube.
how long have we been floating for?
For quite some time, about 30 minutes.
So I'm
and
gonna
then Remy spots a few chunks of rock.
Here, we need to try and use our momentum to pull and push ourselves toward those rocks.
I mean, what if we pushed off of one another? We could spread out pretty far with all these ropes.
You were tied tight to one another.
Yeah, we could untie ourselves and tie ourselves back.
That's fine. You want to do that? You want to do
So-
that in the void of space while you're spinning?
What
Here-
does
here's
that
what I'm
line?
thinking.
And then
Let me
untie
describe
them.
what I'm thinking here.
I'm starting to get a little nauseous. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna want to get used to that. I don't think we're gonna stop floating for quite a while.
I think this bean breakfast is coming back.
Keep it down.
Pretty
We need the
quick.
calories. So what I'm thinking is, if we tie ourselves off, we could kick off of one another. We'll launch ourselves apart, and then we're really spread out at that point. I don't
And
know what
what
that
would
would
that
accomplish, but maybe we can reach
gain?
more things.
You have like a net. Wait, do we have a
Sort of.
net? Maybe we could hold a net between us.
Bells has on that.
I have a net, but what are we going to catch in the net?
Some stability, I hope.
Cube.
Oh.
Oh.
The rocks are getting closer at this point as you are, moving at a good speed.
How big are the
Get
rocks?
bring out that net and those ropes
Hard
and
to
let's,
tell.
let's try and catch something.
That's you already had 2 perception checks answer.
And they both sucked because y'all don't have +5 on perception.
I rolled a 3. I have a +7.
Okay, great.
Sometimes you roll bad.
You guys are starting to get closer. and closer?
Sure, I would throw my net at the rocks.
You're,
Oh,
Throw it.
You
Okay.
No, what are you doing? No, I wasn't ready.
No, I'm not gonna, no. The net would be tied to a rope that I like,
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
I'm not gonna just throw it into space. Y'all, I'm not an idiot.
Make an attack roll with disadvantage.
It's not that you're an idiot. It's just what you said.
Yeah, I did say I'm not
I know your intent.
Shut up.
But when you like throw it, that's
Yes,
like
that's how you throw a fishing net.
Yeah.
Like there's a
It's still connected.
I will say,
Shut up, Oklahoma.
if you're trying to secure purchase on a rock, it might be better to use the grappling hook in your inventory than the net.
Well, Vinny said to throw a net.
Okay,
So I'm gonna just throw a net.
that's fine.
Actually, hang on, I forgot. We all have grappling hooks. We bought them from.
You did all
from,
buy grappling hooks.
Yeah, Magnus's
Well-
parents set us up.
3 of y'all have grappling hooks.
I don't have one.
Ooh, it's just a 15.
15. Yeah, you hit the rock with the net and it spreads out and slams against a very big rock and does not net the
Okay,
rock.
then I get out my grappling hook and throw that.
I'm gonna throw my grappling hook
Okay.
at it too.
Both of y'all make attack rolls with disadvantage.
You've been out here spinning for 30 minutes and y'all had hooks in your bags the whole time?
Well, what exactly
We
would
haven't
be
had anything to
important to
hook.
you? There hasn't been
Lord.
anything to throw them
I
at.
didn't know that we had I thought we had
Forget
climbers
what's in
kits. I
your
didn't know we had
backpacks.
grappling hooks.
So that's you purchased grappling hooks as part of your. You don't have an actual climber's
What
kit.
is
You
this
have
doing?
kind of
Oh,
a makeshift
jeez.
climber's kit, if I can remember
how do I
right.
roll to hit for what do I roll for an attack?
Roll dexterity with no proficiency.
Oh.
Oh,
not what I
that's
did.
no proficiency?
No proficiency. You
Well-
are proficient in grappling hooks.
Alright, I'll try.
And you're
to
also
do that.
in Floaty World.
You just want me to roll an attack for no proficiency.
Okay, great. 5.
Okay.
5.
You said at disadvantage?
Yes.
Hey, that's not bad.
Was that a disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh.
You are spinning.
Vinny's just holding his stomach.
I
trying
rolled
not
a
to lose his
12.
lunch.
12. You are just able to clink
Hey!
tie in, and you see Belz's come, and it almost hits yours and knocks it out of place. But thankfully,
No, I got it.
you are able to pull yourselves in slowly to this floating rock of iron, and you look back, and the cube you came from is quite a distance away, but still the closest cube to you.
Should we just
So
jump
what we're
back?
on now is just a rock?
It's just a rock floating in space.
Would we
Honestly,
rather be on
do
a
you
cube?
think?
Does it matter?
Should we just jump back?
Maybe so. Here's the thing. Is I really did think that. Do you think that river is actually the Fell River that goes between worlds? Because maybe we just needed to jump in the river.
Ugh.
But that sounds terrible because it hurt you the second you touched it.
How much did it hurt exactly?
I mean, I touched it and it gave me what, like 3 to 6 points of damage.
2.
2.
I
When
touched
you
it
touched
and
the
it
little
stung
bit?
pretty good. I don't know that I would put my entire body into it.
I'll do it.
I really don't think you should.
Well, hold on. Let's see what we can see from out here. I want to look
perception check.
around for something of note.
Make a perception check.
What are we doing?
Our best.
Like what? This is
It's a
got a
sandbox.
16.
We can do whatever we want.
16.
Yeah.
You get a pretty good look around. There are several cubes floating out in the void, and it is a void.
And they are cubes.
There are cubes, and there are rocks, and there is nothing.
What is
All
your... Sorry, I'm eating more of Sweaty's pastries.
Why?
Because I'm hungry.
You were about to throw up a moment ago.
I'm trying
You
to
think
settle
that's
my
gonna
stomach
improve?
with something delicious.
That's not how that works.
Oh, it most certainly is.
Anyway,
Vinny, what were you saying?
I honestly don't remember anymore. So
What is our
just
course of action?
I don't have any barging idea.
Good use of another fake swear that we've introduced. Now, all right, look.
What are we exactly? What are we doing? I remember. I was gonna ask, do you know any more about? Can you search the depths of your mind and discover anything more about the river we were supposed to be jumping into?
Can I look at my arcana again?
Sure, why not? I think you got pretty much.
Can I
everything
help
last
with
time.
that?
That was not a good.
Not good.
No.
You gotta roll your dice, Miles.
No,
I
I'd say
tried.
Ruby's not really schooled in the.
Yeah, there's not a good way.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. 14.
14? Nah, it seemed like you remembered everything you could remember on
Okay.
that.
No, I mean, just,
And that was it.
Just
That was
that-
the one we were supposed to be in.
well, I mean, I don't know for
As far
sure.
as you know.
There is, in theory, this river that would lead to the sea. But there's no way of knowing if that's actually it or if it'll just freeze us to death if we get in it.
Well, let's just go back and
That's
Remy
fine.
or even I will jump in and see what happens.
It's kind of like one of those, I don't know, those Novosi Selena ice baths.
Yeah,
Is it?
I don't know what those are, but it sounds right.
Well, Vern was telling me about it. He was a friend of ours, and those jack wagons took over his home. And he was saying one of the benefits was they introduced ice baths to the culture. Everyone quite liked it, so
Well, then maybe it will be pleasant.
perhaps let's go.
Having grown up in Stoneheller, I can tell y'all that plunging into some nasty icy water is not going to be pleasant. But you know, whatever floats your questionable boat.
And
Here
I
we
think
go.
Ruby's the
Back
only
into
other person
space.
who would have heard of the Novosi Selena ice baths here. Because they are your neighbors to the south
okay.
in Stoneheller.
Yeah, those idiots.
Okay, so
Spent
you're
my
just
whole
jumping
life
back?
trying to get
So
warm.
we're-
Why would I get in an ice bath?
Jump back.
Someone roll a d20 for me.
All right, here we
Let's see what
go.
Go,
happens.
go for it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll my fancy one.
All right.
Oh no.
Nat 20.
Okay. Well, what does that mean?
As you guys
Just make
It
a
was- it
straight
was a
line and we
randomized
just.
one.
Yeah, right.
get ready to jump back, it's quite fortuitous that you do so, because as you do so, that rock explodes as another one from behind collides with it. And you are
Oh,
propelled
That
forward
pushes us forward.
at high speed, and you are on target as the hole in the cube
All
gets
right,
larger
Jeremy.
and larger, and you zoom back into the hole, gravity taking hold as
we
you are
just
in it.
land straight into the river.
Roll a d4, someone. Let's see
I
where
will
we
do it.
land.
All right, Miles.
You are all still
that's
tied
D6.
together, unless
is it
you
this?
stated otherwise.
4.
4. You, all 4 of you tied together, plop onto the river, belly flop style. And it hurts because you are
Let's go.
falling straight flat on this river that does not move. And it's a little bit like kind of like Ooblex, you know, where like when it's like kinetic,
Yeah.
where it kind of solidifies as you slap down on it.
oh.
And then the first thing that hits you is this very severe cold feeling as you start to slowly sink.
This is a bad idea.
Shoulders, then up to like your neck. You have to kind of pick up your head, and finally you guys have to hold your breath as tied up.
Can we like kick? Can we like
You can
make
try and
froggy
kick, but I
motions?
assumed-
It's super thick.
We're like
Are your,
We are still
your arms
tied.
tied like this, or are
No,
they tied
wait.
like
No,
this?
we're just
waists are
tied.
tied
tied
up.
together.
Our arms are not tied.
I
We're tied our
thought
waists
you were tied
together.
side to side. But
Yeah, but like
Yes.
waist to waist. So
Waist
we
to
have
waist,
our
okay.
limbs, right?
We're- yeah, like what we would have done is that,
Straight
like
jacket.
we would have tied a rope, and then I would have hit it and I'll tie
Four-person
this
straight
around
jacket.
your waist.
Yeah, you guys can
Yeah.
swim then. Are you guys trying to swim?
I wouldn't. I would just sink in.
Anybody else?
I'm flailing a little bit.
Okay, Ruby's starting to freak out.
Is this what's supposed to? Is this what's supposed to?
And then you sink below.
Benny, hold my hand.
Each of you,
Right, so my mouth goes under.
can I have a con save from each of you as you slowly sink below the waters of the Fell River?
A what?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay, this.
Mm-hmm. See where it says saving throws?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that's not
survived.
bad.
23.
I don't.
23.
Make sure he knows it's in that.
What do you got, Bells?
Oh, not
9.
20 plus
Nice.
3.
21.
Why does it matter?
9.
9.
17.
17.
For a long thing it does.
Okay.
Bells, you take 7 points of cold damage. The
Oh.
rest of you take
Well then.
3.
Oh,
Roll
As
no.
you sink into the void, black inkiness surrounds you. And then you're floating.
Can't breathe.
I know, but
Light as a feather. And you blink and you're kind of twisting through this almost this similar void of silvery mist, but in kind of a tunnel where you can't really see what's going on outside this tunnel. Except for
Can we see
flashes.
each other?
You do see each other.
Okay.
Except for flashes of different things. You see a kind of broken landscape of desert rock. You see a large devil-like being staring down from some hellish dimension, fire and magma pouring. And in between these kind of motes of color, you do start to glimpse outside the tunnel this silvery kind of void. And that clicks with you. That's the astral sea. So as
I
you're
just-
just floating, what would you guys like to do?
I want
So
to
we
know.
can
I want to
breathe
know
and
what
talk
everyone's
now?
faces look like.
What do everyone's faces look like?
Like this.
Like, what's your
I would-
expression?
It's like the tunnel in Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I was trying to get a Willy Wonka joke out of this. There's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going.
instead of me.
No knowing where we're rowing or which ways the river's flowing.
Can I hear myself talk?
Yeah.
Hello. Okay.
Oh, we're alive.
Whoa.
Are you all right? That stung quite a bit, like you said.
Are you all right? Your lips are turning blue, honey.
Yes, I feel fine.
That's all right. I feel much better. How about you, Remy? How are you holding up?
I mean, I'd say pretty well considering the circumstances.
That was wild, Scott, right there. That was weird.
I mean, I guess we are interplanar travelers now, and it's just what we do. I will
That
say
was not
this-
intuitive at all, by the way.
No, that was
I'm not super pleased that we
terrifying.
jumped out into the void
No,
first.
yeah.
Well, how exactly are we
Tyler,
supposed to
you.
know?
When the river hurt us the first time, we thought, oh, we should not do that. I guess we were
did.
wrong. Okay, I will say that this silvery, ethereal mess. What is it?
It's a mess. It's a sea.
This looks like what is described as the astral sea.
What exactly does that mean?
That I think maybe this was the right move, as terrifying as it was.
What do
It
we
seems
do
pretty
now?
peaceful. We're in the astral sea now.
No, you're not.
So we are.
We
so
see
we
it.
are floating like above it. It's
You
in
are
front.
still
How?
on the Fell River.
Oh, so
Oh.
we need to get out of the river.
Most definitely, if
Oh.
you don't want to float through the lower plains.
Okay.
That doesn't
So I
sound
think
right.
we need a jump ship from this here river into that there sea that is next to us. Outside
Okay.
of the flow.
Next to you, above you, below you.
But we can tell we're like moving past it.
You're moving through it.
Well, let's,
Oh.
yep, okay, that sounds
So
good.
can
Let's
we
go.
just swim to
Swim?
the edge and?
Is it water
Sure.
Swim
swimmable?
now.
Yeah, so
swim
as
now.
you go to try and swim, each of you start to kind of think about the way you want to achieve your locomotion, your movement. And what's everyone's intelligence?
My
Passive?
14.
Or just,
14?
15?
Yeah.
15?
Oh.
10.
10?
9?
All right, multiply that by 3. That's your new movement speed.
What?
Yep.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm leaving them all in the dust with my little
So,
halfling legs.
Remy and Ruby, you start to kind of pull ahead and pull the other two along with you as you start to float. And the two of you probably realize now, as you kind of start to swim, that's not really affecting it, but you just kind of think and you move. and you're able to kind of approach the
Will
wall of
ourselves.
this river, and you spill from it and tumble out into now this silky, gray, silvery void. Not dissimilar to the kind of void in Acheron, but sparklier. Gray, like, whereas the void in Acheron was more gray and drab, this is kind of like sparkly silver.
Ooh.
Shimmery.
But all around you, besides this now almost invisible river, you see nothing but the void.
Okay, Ruby,
what
so
now?
what do we do now?
Slightly more pleasant void, if I do say so myself. Right?
Well, we can move in here at least, you know? It's like
Yeah.
swimming in a dream, or flying in a dream, I guess, you know? Like, have you ever had a flying dream where you're just kind of swimming through the air?
How are you doing that? It's. What?
I mean, I just thought, get out of river, and I just kind of started going.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
but you're moving so much quicker than me.
I guess maybe the rules of who can go fast are reversed down here, because
Okay, wait. They're going
shorties.
faster than us?
They are going way faster than you guys.
Wait,
Your,
why?
your movement speed's what? 15 times 3, right?
yeah.
45?
Oh, okay.
And
I
your
got a
movement speed
42
is what?
30.
9?
Yeah.
10?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're
27.
Okay, 27. So you're a little slower in here than you are in real life.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, that must be what
But
it
we're
is.
way
It's like
faster.
the shorter you are, the more faster you are. Seems to be how it's working out.
Maybe.
Well, I'm the tallest.
You just tell yourself that, baby.
I'm the tallest, so I guess I'm too
Yes,
much
you're
weight. Yeah.
much smaller, so you take up less room and are easier to move forward.
I'm gonna try to, can I just, touch my own hand, or with my hands passing through each other?
As you go to touch your hand. Yeah.
It touches
Okay.
the other
Happens.
one.
It just, we were flying. I thought we were ghosts now or something, you know?
We're
We
still
see Vinny-
alive.
wants
Vinny's
to
over
be
there.
dead.
I promise you, this is real life. It's just not.
Okay, it's
you
not
need
that
me
I
to pinch
disbelieve
you?
it being real life. Is even if we didn't actually die, which I'm beginning to think is true because you brought pastries with you, and that's not how death works.
Yes.
I think we
Salted
still have
meat.
to. We have to abide by the rules of the afterlife or whatever this is, and I thought maybe you could pass through hands. I don't know. All I know is I'm faster than you, but that has.
Well, let's go somewhere. Where,
Okay, so
where
what
are we
else
going?
do I know about the astral sea from my
I mean, you know a fair amount.
interplanar studies?
It is the nexus between all planes of existence, including the material plane.
Okay.
Ways of accessing them are called color pools. Basically, there are motes of light that correspond to specific places and specific planes throughout the astral sea.
Okay.
They are distinctive because the astral sea is gray and formless, whereas these color
Okay.
pools are not.
Okay. Do I have any idea what what color the material world is?
No idea.
Okay. All right. So, from my limited time studying the planes and whatnot, I think that there will be sort of areas that are colorful in contrast to this, shimmery loveliness. So, if y'all see anything that's a color, we might want to, shift towards that and see what it is. Because that might be a new plane.
I was thinking, maybe because we, move through just thinking about moving. Maybe if we just, think about our world, then we'll automatically go towards that?
We'll try it.
Okay.
Tyler, if I'm right, I swear I'm not metagaming. I
Okay.
have no idea if this is correct.
So you're thinking intensely on the material plane of Eltheris, is that correct?
Yes.
So Remy,
Everyone think together.
you all scrunch up your face and think really
no
hard
place like home.
about specific
There's
places,
no place like
whether
home.
it's Uldar, whether it's Urungal or Alinar, or
Alinar.
wherever. You all start to think real hard for about a minute, and you don't move anywhere.
All right. I guess we can't will ourselves home. I heard a story like that one time. This girl, clicks her feet together and
What happens if we jump
cute.
into our bag of holding at this point?
I wouldn't do that anywhere.
Wait, why would we do that?
You would suffocate.
Could
But
you-
Okay.
also, you can't fit in the bag of
Yeah,
holding.
I was about to ask, could you fit in there?
But I don't know. Just forget about it.
Didn't y'all put
I don't
like
know.
500 pounds of rotten meat in the bag of holding one time?
You put a lot
It
of
wasn't
roast meat in there.
500 pounds.
I think it was. It was a long
was a lot.
discussion about how much
Everyone
meat
knows
it
that
was.
the bag of holding has little pockets, and every individual thing goes into a different pocket.
It's true.
So, what are you guys doing?
I wanna look for a
I'm looking
color.
for colors.
TBH, I thought we'd beat a chase much quicker than this.
Sorry, Chase.
Well, look, you gave us a big pool of
I knew
water
as
and
soon
said
as they
don't
jumped
jump
off.
into it.
as soon
Please
Remy
offer
jumped
any
off-
hints.
No.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're tying themselves together? Yeah, it's over there. I might as well just leave.
So,
I don't know, Tyler. What do we do?
I don't know.
No.
floating
We don't.
there?
That's not how this works.
Can we roll for you to tell us something? Is that
No.
how this
Sure.
works?
What do you want to know?
No, we just need to do stuff.
We need to. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just keep swimming.
If you don't
you
have
just
any
Just
ideas,
keep
Kinda
swimming.
wheel
I would
yourself
like
forward a bit.
to look
Yeah.
for.
Okay.
Just keep
For
swimming,
forever.
Someone roll a
Until we
D20
die.
for me. And a D4.
Oh,
here we go.
y'all go for it.
I rolled a 1 on the D20,
Okay.
and I rolled a 2 on the D4.
Well, the solar dragon. No, I'm just kidding. So, as you guys start to will yourselves forward, are you still tied together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not trying to get lost in the void.
You kind of keep pace with one another, all moving at the same speed, basically, and the slower ones being dragged by the faster a bit. But blessedly, nothing nefarious happens on the horizon. There's nothing but gray mist for what seems like half an hour, 2, you can't tell.
4.
It could have been a day.
We're just chatting.
But as you do,
Me and Remy are pretending like we're flying in the front. We're like, we're the alphas now. Here we go. This is like all my flying dreams, but better. Look at my hair. Looks awesome.
It's got all the silver in it. Might need to wash that later.
Oh wait, how cute is Ruby?
She's like pretty cute. She's like, how long do halflings live?
I mean,
Like regular human time?
a little longer than that. Like,
So she's
like
like-
I think 100 years longer or so. Like
Oh, okay.
300 years. Not 300 years.
No.
That's like elves. Like 200 years, I think.
Okay, so she's like not young but not old.
Sure.
So like in her like late 30s as a human, so like that age
Sure.
for a halfling.
Okay.
It's about 150.
So like she used to be super hot,
No.
Yeah,
that's the
and now-
total.
and now
age,
she's
sorry.
like cute.
old hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And as you float, nothing on the horizon. Not a single color pool. Nothing. But as you guys float, it's weird. There's not a sound in the air, but what's everyone's passive perception?
Oh my gosh.
I got y'all. This is the one for me.
15.
11.
11?
17.
17?
13.
13. Not a shadow that passes over you, but Bells and Remy, at some point, you kind of just looking around, trying to find color pools. Each of you, almost at the same time, turn around and then look up. And bearing down above you
Oh.
is the hull of a large sailing ship
Oh.
that is bearing down
Oh.
slowly. You see these kind of fins on either side with like red translucent sails. They look like big fish fins, as well as a red translucent sail on the top and then above and below the bow. And upon it, you see several figures readying weapons. Can we roll initiative?
Yes.
Oh my lord.
We're gonna get a little bit of fighting in before we break for
how do we do
episode
this?
2.
How do I roll?
What?
Or I guess 71. We going?
Oh. Just click
You have
that.
this one open in encounter.
Or
I
you
do.
can roll a real die and
Let
Put it
me
in.
it's
press
helpful
run.
for him.
Because, yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll initiative, you guys.
I did it.
What do you got?
16.
Nice.
20.
20,
13.
13, and 14 for Vinny. What you got, Chase? 20. 20.
Oh, dang. Oh, beans.
This is also feeling very like Shadesmar.
Hey, are you piloting the ship from the Pixar hit movie Soul as it flies through?
Let me go ahead and get our terrain for the night.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
wow. Okay.
Top of the round,
She's so
we
cute.
have Ruby Jane Swamp Hopper.
What?
First?
You are first
What?
in
That was
initiative
by-
order.
No, I was
No.
13.
What?
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
20 and she was 13, so she is definitely not first. No, you weren't.
Yeah.
Why you
was.
I rolled
Kill
20.
him.
Okay, well, we'll put
20.
you.
What's your dex?
I rolled it on here. Did
Let
it
me
get
just
messed up?
redo it. Does everybody remember their initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still up here.
Okay. Let me. Okay.
Shut up. Don't look at my iPad.
Okay,
Start.
I won't look at it.
Oh, it's about to die.
Oh no.
Do you need a...
13, 20, 14, and what was Remy's?
16.
16. And then 20 for you.
Yep.
Chase. And then auto roll initiative. Okay. We're good.
Oh,
Top of the
Lord.
round, we have
Space pirates.
your character, Chase. If you want to describe this tall, mysterious being that walks up near the edge of the.
Look at that.
What's the tail of the boat called? Bow and stern. Stern. Is at the forecastle on the stern of the ship that has kind of pulled down alongside you guys.
Yeah, so you guys see.
I'm not looking.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
At the stern of the ship, there's a man, and he's wearing what's the color of the fashion? I meant to ask you this.
Sure. So they kind of wear this kind of silvery gray clothing with like black and gold accoutrements. You see some of them wearing masks
Yeah.
and breastplates, but the masks are this kind of white and brass sort of mask with arcing like lines in them.
Covering their whole face.
Yeah.
Yep.
All of the
So-
people on the ship.
You see,
all besides
yeah.
Chocolate chip.
You see
Salted lavender.
a guy who's wearing a cloak, and the cloak kind of has like dark blues and then embroidered with what he just described earlier.
Good evening, everybody. This is Hayden with a quick programming update. You might notice kind of a bit of a quick ending to this episode. That's because our recording computer done gone and gave up on us. But don't fret, we'll be dropping a recap of the action you missed at the beginning of next week's episode. I'll talk at you then.